again, the question is, Karen, why wouldn't this board want to hear the information and the documentation, see the documentation that we have? Don't quite understand that. John, any comments? 8 minutes and 34 seconds. You're going to be quiet for 8 minutes and 34 seconds. That's okay. That's your privilege, and I respect that. Sean, I appreciate your keeping good time for us here.
Mr. Lewis,
Speaking.
I'm sorry.
At restaurant, sure.
Yeah. Dr. Joe, I have a question. That recording said something about a letter? Was a letter delivered and received? I know I've taken up his minutes. I'm sorry.
Our staff sent a letter to Dr. Lewis notifying him of this meeting.
And it has not gotten to Dr. Lewis's home address yet. Let me play the rest of this for you, if I may.
No, I think that, no.
I think so. I have the floor.
You do not even have permission to record.
I have the floor.
Well, see, I don't know.
Let's play fair now, Gwen. Let's play fair.
I don't know. I have no way of knowing what it's about. All I know is what I read in the paper, and it just says public comment, so I don't know. Can you tell me what it's about?
Public comment.
Do what? Hello?
Should it be noted that the person hung up on me? That's the way taxpayers are being treated, some of us, in this school district. And folks, that's not good. That's not good. That's not to say that everything in this district is bad. I don't mean to imply that at all. There are only two topics when I want to bring out to this board, and you all have run and run and run. And I don't know why. I can't quite understand that. And so we'll hold the floor, John, for another 6 minutes and 28 seconds.
A lot of good.
I have a sneaking suspicion, Joe, that somebody orchestrated this meeting to bring in some comments like Katie had and this nice lady here, and that's good. I wish you would do this. I wish you would do this every once in a while, because I think the public needs to hear these positive things. I'm wanting the public to hear, and I'm wanting you to hear some negative things that I think need to be corrected. And I think if you would do and adhere to some of the recommendations I'm prepared to make, you wouldn't have this happen. And it's of interest to me why, again, this board, and I'll ask you again individually, why would this board not want to hear my comments? Why wouldn't they? Let it be referenced here that Gwen Hoffman, board member, refuses to answer. Wordman, what about you? Can you tell this audience why? Tell me why. Tell the rest of your peers why. Tell the superintendent why, and assistant superintendent why. And these nice ladies that prepared their speeches, why this board is not prepared to address this issue or hear about them. Investigate what I have to say. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Joe, let me ask you the same thing. Why wouldn't you? As the leader of this board, well-respected person in the community, I have a lot of personal admiration for you. I know a little bit about your background, and I have a lot of personal admiration because I do some of the rest of the board. Not every board member, but some of them. Why wouldn't you want to know? From a tax-paying citizen who had worked here 19 years, who probably knows the policy better than anybody ever has, and the law better than anybody ever has. Why wouldn't you want to hear that? Sheriff? Why wouldn't you wanna hear?
Yeah, good, she was.
Why wouldn't you wanna ask questions? John, last but not least. I have a lot of respect for you too, for the things you say. As I do for Word, some of the things she said. And Carrie. Don't have a great deal of respect, Gwen, for you for what you did. I think that was a bad deal. I'll state this as I stated before, and I think you need to hear it. I think people in the audience need to hear that. This district, one of these days, this board will one of these days, this administration, one of these days, maybe to different people, you're going to come to the public and you're going to ask for a millage increase, possibly. You're going to be asking for some support. And as I said before, John, you weren't here, I believe, neither was Bill, but as far as I'm concerned, if this is the way the public is going to be shut out, then be very careful when you ask, if you do ask for future millage increases, because I'll fight with everything I have. And this is no reflection on our staff members. This is no reflection on our patrons. This is just saying, if this is the way you're going to spend your money, our money, in this district, then I want no part of it, and I will fight to make sure it doesn't happen. And I don't make that, Karen, as a threat. It's just a statement of fact. And there are people, I think, sitting right here in this audience also that will back this 150%. If this is the way this board is going to close us out, and this administration, Mindy, close us out and shut us down. Jerry Moody sent an email to Mindy not too many months ago, and in that email he said, you can pretty well get by with anything you want to, as long as no one complains. And John, there's a bunch of us starting to really complain. And I hate that the board, and the staff, meaning the superintendent here, will not respond to the documentation we have. I think that's very, very sad in this community. There's nobody any more proud to be a